So every time I'm down here, it always seems like it's nappy time, but unfortunately it's not nappy time. Usually when we're like this, if it's not nappy time, it can only be one or two other things. We're gonna be doing abs, which thank God we're not doing today, or we're doing some kind of a stretching exercise, which we are doing today. So for today's stretch, we're gonna do scorpion facing up. Now, a lot of you guys have done scorpion facing down, whereas when you flipped over in your belly, you do a similar looking exercise to this on your belly, which is a very evil, horrible stretch that a lot of chiropractors love, and it's a great stretch too. However, for most people, it's not a very comforting exercise, meaning that one, most people just can't do it confidently because they don't have the mobility for it, so it's not as effective. But then also, it's like, it doesn't feel good. So like scorpion facing down, I'll give you a quick idea. Let me take this off first. The scorpion facing down, typically you're on the ground, right? Don't put your face in the ground, all right? Just don't. Arms are down, and what I'm trying to do is scorpion facing down. Notice how I'm starting with my heels out, my toes in, all right? Very important. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach up and across, trying to touch my foot to my opposite shoulder, right? Now this is a great exercise for helping to relearn how to activate the glutes, work your hip flexors, open up your thoracic spine. If you look, my arm being right here is gonna keep me from twisting, so as I come across, I get a lot of mobility, and I'm able to open up my lower back and right here in my torso where this hip comes to the front, right? However, like I said, you can imagine how for some people, one, that's a very awkward stretch. Maybe somebody has a distended stomach and they can't get out. Maybe somebody's pregnant and you can't do that one. Girls, it just might not be comfortable for you. There's a lot of reasons. Maybe you got a belly button ring and you keep stabbing yourself in the stomach. I've seen that with people a couple times. It's just not an exercise that's very effective for everybody. However, this next one is. So we took the exercise and we modified it to being facing up, all right? You lay wide, palms up to the sky. Where are my toes? In, which means my heels are out. Where? They're out, right? So I'm gonna lift up the right leg. I'm gonna drop it across my body to the opposite side, right? Now, if you notice, I'm trying to keep this arm down. Watch my foot's floating, right? So if I get my foot down and my arm comes up, that's an area where I need to open up more. So you can see how anywhere along the side of my leg, my IT band, my glute, my quadratus lumbarum, that's the space between your hip and your rib cage. Most of you guys with back pain, that's where you're tight. Along my rib cage, out to my chest, my bicep, and through my arm. So you can feel this one in a lot of different areas. If you got a bad back, a bad hip, a bad knee, or a bad shoulder, this is a great stretch for all those. And all I'm doing is I'm going one for one. I come down, I tap to the side, I'm up and I'm out. I'm up, I come down, I tap to the side, I'm up and I'm out, right? I'm not holding it. This is a mobility-based exercise. I want to do reps on this one. I want to give my body a chance to move freely. I want to grease the groove, right? Down, I'm back up. Now, some of you guys who don't have the ability to do this one, you can do this one with your leg bent if you're having a hard time, right? Why would I want to bend my leg? Well, some people just don't have the strength in their core right now to rotate. So I gotta concentrate to do it the wrong way. So some of you guys sit down all day, right? You just might not have the mobility in your spine anymore to be able to do that safely. So if you can take some of the resistance off, right? Especially me, I got big legs. This is a lot heavier than this. So it's not as straining of a stretch. And all I'm trying to do is get my knee down to the ground, right? I can get a little assist if I want. There's a nice little pop inside of there. And I'm reopening everything back up again, right? So scorpion facing up from the full leg and from the half leg. Now, typically what I'll do is this. We'll pick a number. We'll do anywhere from like 10 to 14 reps on both sides, followed up by an additional rep on each side where we hold it for 20 to 30 seconds. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna do my set to 12 on each side, get some blood flow in there, loosen everything up. I did my set of 12. And then from there, I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna hold it for a second, right? Now, typically what I like to do, I like to hold my leg down as low as I can. And if I feel like my arm's coming up, I will get something light. Listen to what I just said, light. I would even get a foam roller just to kind of hold my arm down. And then from here, I'm gonna hold that for about, 20, 60, 90 seconds, whatever I need to. Deep breaths in. As you breathe out, let your body relax down and melt a little deeper into the exercise, right? And just give gravity a chance to do its work. Now, another great exercise right from here is can openers, right? So, typically what I'll do, I'm in the same position. Now I'm gonna force my knee down. I'm gonna hold my knee down. And my exercise is gonna be, I'm gonna open the can. Back and forth. So you see I'm kind of holding my knee down, right? Susie, jump on the other side. Watch where my knuckles will go. I'm trying to get my knuckles all the way down to the ground. Now, I always joke with you guys and tell you I'm gonna be the fittest fat kid you ever see, right? You can see how, despite my big midsection, I got great mobility, right? Not where I want it to be, but it's pretty good. Some of you guys will get just to here and then back up. But even if you just get to here and back up, that momentum of me going this way and then changing back is gonna get that ballistic rubber band-like stretch where you'll notice if you do a set of 12 to 20 of these, your shoulder, your chest, your lower back and hip, they're all gonna open up, right? When I'm done with one side, I would safely transition to the other one, right? Just be careful on the first rep. And then my left side is my trash side. So you saw how I got all the way down on this side, right? Let's see if it happens on this side. You can still get down, but it's nowhere near anywhere as easy as it was before, right? Here it goes. So for me, a big part of the problem I have is the space between my 9th rib and my hip, right? So this really gives me a chance to open that up and stretch it, get some motion inside of there, and really open it up. There it goes. I'm relaxing down. Notice how my eyes are following my fingertips, right? These are can openers, right? So we did scorpion facing up, we did scorpion facing down, we gave an idea what it was, and we also did can openers, all right? Those are 3 great stretches that you can add into your routine right now where, especially a lot of you guys who are in a situation where you're working from home and you're sitting down all day, right? Or even if you're working from the office too, but if you're sitting down at your desk all day and you're kind of like this, you're gonna notice that you probably lost a lot of mobility in your midsection, all right? Your torso, your core, and particularly for guys versus girls, a lot of you guys like going out golfing on the weekend, and you're in a sport that requires high velocity swinging and rotating when the other 166 hours of the week, you don't do any rotation. So a stretch like this not only is gonna help you feel better and get rid of a lot of back pain, it's gonna improve your golf game, and it's gonna keep you from throwing your back out, which is very important, all right? Especially these days. Everybody's body has changed over the past 2 years, and I've mentioned in a couple of the past videos, we've had to modify the way we train all of our clients for both one-on-one sessions and group sessions because people's bodies are just different. Most people don't have the strength in their upper back and shoulders to sit upright and support themselves anymore. Most people's anterior chain, the front of your body, their neck is so tight that literally every exercise you do, you're clenching down, you're squeezing with your jaw, and you're trying to use the front chain mechanism of your body to stabilize versus the back chain mechanism, which is your glutes, your shoulder blades, and your lats. Your abs are in there too. That's a whole other conversation though. And it's just the way we do things are differently. When you do your leg exercise, you should be feeling your glutes, but you're feeling your quads. Things are just different for us now, which is one of the reasons why we've exercises like benches and deadlifts, we didn't take them out, but we heavily modified them for people to be safer ways. And on top of modifying those exercises, while we modify the exercises, we throw stretches like this in there to keep us, 1, from getting injured, 2, to regain some range of motion and mobility, but 3, more importantly, to eventually get back to those exercises if you want to, because if you like them, you probably want to do them again at some point, all right? So guys, hopefully that helped you out. Like always, put that in your crack pipe and smoke it. Not really, don't do crack kills, all right? I was gonna say something else, I'm gonna hold that one back. But yeah, try the exercise out. If you got any questions, like always, leave a comment in the comment section below, drop me a DM, shoot me an email, text message me. I think my fucking cell phone number is all over the internet these days. You probably go to the bathroom stall, see it written down somewhere. But reach out to us some way, shape, or form, and either myself or somebody from our team is gonna get back a hold of you to kind of help coach you through whatever sticking point you might be at and give you some tips and strategies to not only get past that point, but get to the next level also, all right? So guys, thank you so much for coming by today. Hope that helped you out. See you guys in the next one.